cared about marriage. This wasn't a thing in my head. She cared about it so much. So I said, well, now I care about it because she cares about it. And I found myself not even thinking it was going to be a big deal till I was there. And then I said, holy shit, we're getting married now. And in the moments leading up to it, it's not really real until it's real. I remember it was so special for me because it was special for her.
Selena Gomez fans are heated right now, and they're pointing fingers at her own record label for possibly ruining her shot at that #1 spot on the charts this week. But in a twist nobody saw coming, Benny is actually getting mad love from the same fans. Even though they're furious with the label, they're showing Benny some serious support now. Let's break down all the wild stuff that's popping off online. Fans are flooding TikTok, claiming the label is sabotaging Selena's comeback. People are doing streaming marathons and calling out Interscope directly, saying things like, "Seeing Selena's own record label trying to block her album just made me a full-time Selena defender. I'm all in now." Others are warning that this isn't just bad timing. It feels deliberate. Folks are sounding the alarm, saying the label dropped Playboi Carti's deluxe editions on purpose to crush Selena's chances at topping the Billboard charts. Playboi Carti releasing 4 new exclusive deluxe tracks just to block Selena from getting #1? That's shady, one fan posted. And that's just one of many comments out there. People are totally convinced this move wasn't a coincidence, and they're not staying quiet about it. It's no wonder everyone's confused and fired up. Like, why would a label pit its own artists against each other? You'd expect them to be boosting Selena, not setting her up for failure. Fans are demanding answers and backing her harder than ever. And now Benny's getting swept into the chaos too. Here's the scoop on why fans are so fired up. Back in December 2014, Selena Gomez ditched Hollywood Records and signed with Interscope, a move that was supposed to help her break free from the whole Disney image and really level up as a pop star. Fast forward to now, her brand new album, I Said I Love You, first dropped on March 21st under Interscope, and it's a joint project with her fiancé, Benny Blanco. This album isn't just making waves because of the music. It's getting buzz for its personal storyline too. Fans think it's basically Selena putting her heart out there, talking about her real-life relationships, past and present, through the lyrics. And she and Benny have been grinding to get the word out. They've been doing tons of interviews, pushing promo, keeping the hype alive, basically doing all the legwork themselves. But now, fans are saying it's like Selena and Benny are out here hustling solo. They feel like Interscope's been ghosting them when it comes to backing the album. And worse, they're accusing the label of throwing shade, pushing another one of their artists at the exact same time to block Selena from charting at #1. Why would they do that? Well, fans think it all comes down to creative control. The rumor that's going viral is that Interscope wanted Selena to switch up her sound for this next album, something more commercial maybe. But instead, she teamed up with Benny and dropped something personal and different. So now fans are saying the label's acting like, what even is this? And not giving her the support she deserves. Fans are calling out the label for being low-key cold towards Selena's new album, just because it wasn't the vision they had for her next move. People are pointing out that the album's not getting any real playlisting love or extra promo, and they're saying Interscope is basically giving it the silent treatment. But here's where things get even messier. Selena's album, I Said I Love You, first isn't just under one label. It's technically released through 3. Interscope Records, which she's been with since 2014. Benny Blanco's label Friends Keep Secrets, which also falls under Interscope. And SMG Music Inc., which is Selena's own label. So this album is basically a collab across all 3. Now fans are wondering, does Interscope even care about pushing this album if it's not 100% theirs? Since it's a joint release, some are speculating they might not be earning as much from it. So maybe that's why they're not going hard with promo. And instead, they're boosting artists like Playboi Carti, who could bring in more profit just for them. Nobody knows the full money breakdown behind the scenes. like who gets what cut or what kind of deals are in place. But fans are definitely side-eyeing the whole setup. They're asking, is this why they're not putting Selena front and center? Is Cardi getting priority because the label gets a bigger slice from his streams? At the end of the day, fans believe it's all about the cash. And if the label sees more dollars coming in from someone else, they're not going to fight for Selena, even if it's her moment. Money runs the game, not just in music, but in every industry. And fans are saying that's exactly why Interscope is doing what they're doing. It's all about chasing the biggest payday, even if it means throwing one of their own artists under the bus. That's the theory flying around right now. And people are convinced the timing of Playboi Carti's deluxe drop is no coincidence. The deluxe version of Carti's album just dropped, and it came with 4 brand new tracks. That move has got Selena's fans fuming, especially since her album was inches away from hitting #1. Now, with Carti's surprise drop, they're afraid he's going to swoop in and steal the top spot. And it's not just random guesses. Fans are breaking it all the way down on Reddit and Twitter, trying to figure out what's really going on behind the scenes. And get this, some people are even linking this drama back to Justin Bieber. Because of course, somehow, he always gets dragged into the mix. One user posted, "Funny how Playboi Carti just happens to drop 4 extra songs to block Selena from #1, right after being on a call with Justin Bieber." Now let's be real. We don't know Carti's exact intentions. Nobody's saying he did this specifically to block Selena. He's probably just grinding to get that #1 spot for himself. He's focused on the money and the clout, no doubt.
When I wake up, I think to myself, I'm like, how can I make Selena's day better? Like what can I do in my day to make her day better? Because then that makes my day better. And I wanted to find a person like that. And I know when Selena wakes up, like the first thing she's thinking is like, how can I make his day better? She's like the easiest person in the world. But I know, yeah, she wants to talk to me before she goes to bed. She wants me to say I love you. She wants me to text her if I wind up having to stay somewhere 2 hours late. Just a simple take out your phone and done. And I know that, I know that stuff really helps, especially when you're long distance, because it's natural. You're far away from someone. You say, I'm not with this person. I'm not as connected to them. We're not meant to be far. You're not supposed to be long distance with your partner. You're supposed to be right next to your partner. People's biggest problems, especially men, are that we don't listen all the time. You got to listen. Just shut up and listen. Listen to what they're saying. A woman is going to tell you exactly what she needs. Like when guys are like, I don't know what she wants. I don't know. She told you already. You're just an idiot. You're not listening. Just listen. If a girl is getting frustrated with you on something, she's definitely told you multiple times and you're just not paying attention.
But fans did catch that he recently shared a FaceTime screenshot with Justin. And now everyone's like, wait, what was that about? So, naturally, the conspiracy wheels are turning. Was that call just friendly chatter, or is something deeper going on behind the scenes? So now the internet's buzzing with wild questions. Like, does this mean Justin's anti-Selena? Did he actually tell Playboi Carti to drop those 4 extra tracks just to mess with her chart chances? Or is Carti just going harder for that #1 spot to one-up the ex of someone he's cool with? With the way all this is going down, it's way too easy for fans to run with that theory. And right now, it's spreading fast. There's a whole lot being said, but nobody really knows what's fact and what's just speculation. What is clear, though, is this. Record labels are about one thing only: money. And if they think pushing Carti's deluxe will keep his momentum alive, they're gonna do it, even if it steps on Selena's moment. Fans are saying the label might be scared that if Selena hits #1 this week, Carti could lose steam and never bounce back. So instead of waiting, they hit the panic button and drop those extra songs. Maybe they're thinking it's better to have 2 artists in the top 5 now than risk one dropping to #4 next week. It's messy, confusing, and honestly, kind of shady. But amid all the chaos, something positive has come out of it.
Wasn't a thing in my head. She cared about it so much, so I said, well, now I care about it because she cares about it. And I found myself not even thinking it was going to be a big deal till I was there. And then I said, holy shit, getting married now. And in the moments leading up to it, it's not really real until it's real. I remember it was so special for me because it was special.
Fans have completely changed their minds about Benny Blanco. The same people who weren't sure about him before are now showing him big love. They see how hard he's riding for Selena, and it's winning them over in a major way. And now, things are taking an even wilder turn because fans are digging deeper and throwing even more theories into the mix. Some people think this whole situation isn't just about charts and clout. They believe it's part of a bigger power struggle between old alliances and new beginnings. And with Selena stepping into a new era, musically and personally, it's got some folks feeling uneasy behind the scenes. Whispers are flying that there might be tension not just between artists, but between teams, like Selena's camp versus the label's inner circle, or even silent pressure from old connections that haven't fully let go. And with Selena being so open about her journey, her healing, and her truth lately, it's making people feel extra protective over her right now. They're not just streaming the album, they're fighting for it. And while the label's moves have fans questioning loyalty, one thing's becoming super clear. Selena's fans are not here to play. They're organizing streaming parties, spamming requests, and pushing harder than ever to get her the recognition she deserves. They've turned what feels like sabotage into a mission, and they're backing Benny too, calling him the real one for sticking beside her and putting in the work. No matter how the charts play out this week, one thing is for sure. This fan base isn't just watching from the sidelines. They're in beast mode. And with the way things are going, it's not just about beating Cardi anymore. It's about proving that Selena can win without the industry's full support, just off the strength of the music and the people who believe in her. But even with all the noise online, the energy behind Selena's new album keeps getting louder. Fans are pointing out that despite the lack of label push, organic support is doing the heavy lifting. And that's something no label can fake. The songs are hitting hard, the lyrics feel real, and people are connecting to it in a way that screams authenticity. This isn't some overly polished, label-manufactured rollout. It's raw, and fans are eating it up. And let's not ignore what's happening on TikTok either. Clips from the album are going viral. Fans are breaking down lyrics line by line, and some are even comparing the rollout to a full-on redemption arc. One user said, "This feels like Selena finally telling her story without anyone editing it for her." That kind of emotional impact is what's keeping people hooked, no matter how messy the industry politics get. Meanwhile, the conversation around Playboy Cardi isn't slowing down either. Now his fans are getting defensive, claiming he's being dragged for no reason and saying he's just doing what any artist would do. It's turning into a fan war, with two major artists at the center of a chart showdown neither of them publicly addressed. Yet. Still, Selena's side is staying locked in. Fans are treating this album like a movement now. They don't just want a number one, they want to prove that real support beats industry games. And honestly, they might just pull it off. The more people doubt her, the more determined this fan base gets. And that kind of loyalty can't be bought, paused, or blocked. And now the heat's turning up even more, because fans are starting to call out other artists under Interscope too. People are digging into past release dates, chart battles, and promo strategies, saying this isn't the first time the label's been shady with Selena. Old receipts are resurfacing, and fans are connecting dots, claiming the pattern's been there for years. They just didn't want to see it until now. One fan posted, "Go look at how they promoted so-and-so's last drop versus Selena's. It's night and day." Others are calling this the final straw, saying Interscope has clearly picked their favorites, and Selena hasn't been one of them in a long time. Some are even pushing for her to go fully independent or sign to a label that actually wants her to win. And while the album is still climbing, there's this constant back and forth. Is this just how the industry works? Or is Selena actually being sidelined on purpose? Whatever the answer is, the frustration is real. Fans are tired of the politics and just want her to get the respect she's earned. Meanwhile, Benny's being seen as the ride or die in all of this. He's been promoting non-stop, replying to fans, showing love on socials, and even hinting that he knows there's stuff going on behind the scenes. That's only making people root for him more, especially since he's clearly not letting any of it slow them down. At this point, the fans aren't just fighting for chart numbers, they're fighting for justice. And when a fandom feels like their fave is being played, that's when they go harder than ever. With all the interviews and press Selena and Benny have been doing, the tide has completely shifted, especially after their sit-down with Jay Shetty. While fans are straight up turning their backs on Interscope, they're now pouring love on Benny Blanco like never before. That one interview flipped the whole narrative, and people are finally seeing what Selena's seen in him this whole time. Fans who once clowned his looks or questioned if he was good enough for her are now owning up to it and apologizing. After hearing him speak, people are saying he comes across as deeply emotionally intelligent, calm, and so genuine. They're realizing he's not just there for the spotlight, he really loves Selena, and that's coming through loud and clear. Folks are actually rooting for her to get the happy ending she deserves, and Benny's winning over hearts left and right. One fan tweeted, "Benny is the only man who becomes more attractive the second he opens his mouth." Like, damn. I get it now. Another said, "He's so emotionally intelligent. It all makes sense. King energy." And someone else posted, "Anyone who judged him by his looks clearly missed his pure heart. This man loves Selena." It's wild how fast opinions can change when someone's realness shines through. Benny isn't out here trying to be a heartthrob. He's just being himself. And that? It's hitting way harder than any label promo ever could. Benny's emotional intelligence has fans completely shook. People are out here asking, who raised him? I need the blueprint so I can raise my sons like this. His calm, thoughtful way of speaking is leaving a serious impression, and it's got folks realizing this man is built different in the best way. He even opened up about something that had fans nervous in the beginning. The fact that he once said he didn't want to get married. When the news first broke that he and Selena were a thing, people were like, "Girl, run!" But in their recent interviews, Benny cleared the air. He admitted, yeah, that was how he felt once. But being with Selena changed everything. She made him see love and commitment in a whole new light. And now marriage isn't off the table at all. Fans are loving this growth, and it's just making them root for the couple even harder. This press tour might have started with drama, but it's also brought some real love to the surface. From all the mess with the label to the sweet moments between Selena and Benny, it's been a roller coaster. But one thing's for sure, people are watching, listening, and feeling every bit of it. Let me know what you think. From the label drama to the Benny glow up. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Love y'all, and I'll catch you in the next one.